at the same time? Why would you put the Giants and Jets in week 1 of the NFL season in New York at the same time?
Doggy, what does that have to do with anything we're talking about?
Because he's thinking about the games and the Steelers.
I want to watch
the
Steelers and the Jets because I want to see Rodgers
But
get the
Get YouTube TV. They use the multi-view.
Yeah, but
get 17 TVs like Stephen A.
They won't do the multi-view with the 2 New York teams. You can't put the 2 New York teams because they're on local TV, so you can't put the multi-view on there. So you got to go one or the other. Are you following this?
Yeah, I do. I'm just sitting there going, you know what?
Here's what everybody's
want to be mad, man.
All right, real quick, Stephen A., I got to get in a break.
Here's what everybody's missing about Doggy. He doesn't know New York as much as he claims, even though he's been working in New York for decades. Because if you're in New York, you either watch the Jets or the Giants. They don't watch both.
Boom. Coming up on First Take, not all of us are degenerate gamblers. Joe Burrow showed signs he could have an MVP season, but due to the bad defense, could the Bengals...
It's just a different feel, y'all.
It's going to be the most difficult journey in the Patrick Mahomes era.
That aura of invincibility, don't tell me that hasn't diminished.
There's no reason for us to be scared of Patrick Mahomes and company. Like, we got this. Philadelphia did it. Why in the world we can't do it?
Dog, we got this when you play Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes. Said no one ever in the NFL.
Oh, lively debate on whether the Chiefs should be feared. And on ESPN Bet Sportsbook, the Chiefs' win total has been set at 11.5, which is tied with the Bills, Eagles, and Ravens for the most in the NFL. The Chiefs have 10 straight 10-win seasons, which is the 3rd longest streak in NFL history. So, Doug, let's take a deep dive into the schedule, shall we? Are you buying that the Chiefs will win over 11 games?
Well, first off, I saw Fat Rob yesterday, and I've given him all the loot. So he's going to Vegas the day they play the Chargers in Sao Paulo in game 1.
Can I just remind the audience that Fat Rob used to live at the Vatican and be a priest?
He's a priest, 5 years.
And now,
in Rapid City.
And now it turned for the worst.
So I gave him plenty of money yesterday because we're going to bet, and Lewis is curious here, we're going to bet the Chiefs under. Now, there's an intangible. Number one, the last 2 years I bet the Super Bowl losers as unders, hangover. The 2 years ago, the Eagles, they were 11.5. I bet the under. Eagles ended up winning 11. I won that bet the year they lost to Kansas City. And last year, I bet San Francisco after they lost to the Chiefs under. It was 10.5, and they won that too. So I'm going to do the same thing with the Chiefs at 11.5. And here's how we're going to do this right out of the gate. They play the AFC South. So before we even begin, you guys are going to say, well, they're going to beat these lousy teams. And I'm going to agree. So they're going to beat the Titans. So we'll give them the Titans over there. We'll give them a win. We'll give them that. They'll probably beat the Texans at home. So we'll give them a win there. That's 2. We're going to give them wins. And they're going to beat the Colts. Who the heck knows who the quarterback is? We're going to beat the Colts. So right out of the gate, I'm in trouble because that's 3 wins.
What about the Jaguars?
Well, the problem with the Jaguars is it's a Monday night game in Jacksonville.
Okay.
That's a tricky game. And so when you look at and you want to go season total, the first thing you look at is the division. This division is a tricky division. Chargers, Raiders, and Broncos. 2 of the teams made the playoffs last year besides the Chiefs. And the Raiders brought Geno in and Pete Carroll in. Plus, the last year, the Raiders should have beaten the Chiefs. Goodell made the phone call to override the motion penalty on the fumble the day after Thanksgiving. And we all know Denver had a field goal that was blocked in the last play of the game.
And Goodell made a call during the game.
Yeah, he called. He called the freaking officials. They went to the commentary. Remember, I screamed and yelled about that.
Okay.
And they went to the monitor. So those are 6 games. Those are tricky games. I think we'd all agree. But let's give them, want to give them 4 out of the 6? Let's give them 4 out of 6. All right, so let's give them the Charger win week 1. The Chargers have trouble. Let's give them the Raiders win. That win right there is on 10-19. And let's give them a Denver win over there. That's 3. So that's 3. We got them at 6. The other 3 games at Denver on 11-16. Tricky.
So they're going to split. They're going to split the West.
You want to go the Chargers again because they have no home field? We'll go Chargers again.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to give you guys every benefit of the doubt. So you got 7. 5-1, I'm lost. 5-1, I've lost my bet. All right. Eagles, that's a hard game. The Giants, don't laugh. It's the Giants' season opener on a Sunday night at home. Giants play their first 2 on the road. That will be a pain in the neck game. The first time that Wilson looks at them.
So they're going to start 1-2, is what you're saying.
Well, I'm saying that's a losable game. Is
The
my point.
Giants.
It's a loser at the Meadowlands. That's a losable game.
Is that
Ravens? Is that a losable game?
Yes. Of
Okay,
course
that's
it's losable.
The Lions.
You're not pressing no buttons, doggy. You got to press the
No,
buttons.
I can't because I'm not pressing it. You said it's losable. I can't. Okay.
Why?
Give them a loss with the Eagles.
Okay.
Why
All
you
right?
keep skipping
We're going to
the
give them a
Jaguars?
loss with the Ravens. You guys love Lamar Jackson. Drives me crazy. That's two. We're going to give them a loss. They lost them 2 years ago. We're going to give them a loss right there to the Lions. So put the L up right there. Put it up. Put it up. Thank you. So that's 3 losses. I only need 3 more. 3 more. Commanders. That is a very tricky game. That game with Daniels there.
At home?
All right, how about Buffalo and Buffalo?
That's tough. Okay.
That's
Hold
4
on.
losses.
All right.
I gave you 4.
So
I
basically,
need 2
you're saying,
more.
so what you're saying is they're going to suck early on in the season.
No,
You
because
think
I didn't put the Giants as a loss yet. You want to be nice? We'll give the Giants
That's
a win.
not being nice. They're
So
going to win
let's
the
go
game.
2-2. 2-2. Ravens, Chargers, Eagles, Giants. They could lose 2 of those
Are they
games.
ever going to play the Jaguars or no?
Dog, it's not, you know.
All right, well,
it's not like
make you happy.
it's not like
Okay.
they're playing the 1989 Miami Hurricanes.
9-4.
we're at 9-4.
I got 2 more losses.
Yeah, let's go.
Dallas on Thanksgiving. Don't sit there and tell me that's a guarantee win on Thanksgiving in Dallas. No way is that a
I
guaranteed
will.
win.
I
and
will.
Then they finish up at the Raiders. They may not even need the game
Yeah, they
in
may
LA.
not.
So that means
so they're gonna
and they
win-
gotta
they're
go and they're gonna go play at Denver.
So you're going to under and they won't need the game against the Raiders? If it's the under, they're going to have to win, doggy.
If it's 11-5, they may not
Dog.
care about the game. They might
Dog.
be locked in as a 2 seed.
Dog.
So I have them with 4 losses at Denver, at the Raiders, at Jacksonville. I gave them a win, and the game
You
against
got,
the
you got,
Commanders.
guys.
They
help.
could lose
Can
2 of those games.
Can you Vanna White this thing? Hit
Dog.
the L's for him. So we have the
They're
visual.
winning that game, dog.
Oh.
Oh, come
Okay?
on.
They're
You're going to
winning
give
that
them a
game.
win
And you know
against
what?
the good team. Oh, give them a loss against Denver.
Okay,
Give them a loss.
that's okay. You know what? They may lose that game, all right?
So that leaves you the Cowboys.
that.
You
There's your
can't
11
do
wins
that,
right
and you
there.
got the Raider
There's
game.
your 11 wins right
I needed
there.
6.
There's your 11 wins right there.
But I still
and let me
gotta
just
make
tell you
the
what's going to happen
Raiders.
here. What's going to matter here is that they need the game.
Okay,
and you know
hit
what's
it,
going to
hit it.
happen here? They're going to win that one.
So you got
Yeah, doggy, they're going to win 12
Stephen A,
games,
I've
doggy.
Yeah, they
lost
do.
all
You act like
control.
your team
Stephen A, I
didn't win
need you to
15
weigh in
games
here.
last year.
They're
Okay.
a better team this year.
Hey.
Wishful thinking.
Okay, one at a time. Stephen A's on the screen. SA, your thoughts on what we got so far?
First of all, I can't see the Chiefs starting off 2-2 to start the season. Let's get that out the way. I see them at 3-1. Secondly, I certainly do agree with you. I'm counting the Cowboys on Thanksgiving Day. I'm counting that as a win. Chiefs winning that game. Dallas Cowboys going to lose on Thanksgiving Day. You can pen that in. Okay, so that's all I'm going to say about that list. But I got you. I hear you. I have them at 12-5 this season as well. So I don't really have too much of a problem.
You know
All
what?
right, you
the
two
list.
tell me, what do you have Kansas City at?
That right there, I can get with this right here.
Okay.
Because you know what? Look, Andy has one of the hardest training camps of any team in the NFL, right? His guys typically in September and October are trying to get their legs back,
Mm-hmm.
and then he kind of brings them back to life in the months of November and December. That's why I have them here. What 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, winning 7 straight at the end. I can totally see that. This team won 16 games last year.
RC,
Okay,
you
and they're a better football team this year,
Honestly,
dog.
though, here's
RC
the
go.
problem. Here's the problem. We're talking about a team that was coming off of 2 championship years, right? They got absolutely embarrassed against the Philadelphia Eagles. The entire offseason has been about fixing what was wrong with this team. And you think they're not going to look at this Eagles game and think that there's something to prove against this team
that
who
game's
has
gonna
to
be
find a
high.
cornerback to play opposite Quinyon Mitchell on a team with Xavier Worthy going into his second year knowing exactly who he is? You think that they're not going to go into the Lions game thinking the same thing? And when you look at some of these division games, as much as the division has improved, it's still the Kansas City Chiefs, a team that won 15 games last year and took off the last week and gave the Broncos a win. I believe we have way undersold how good this team is going to be. We are taking the Kansas City Chiefs for granted.
What is the number again? It's 11.5. All you guys gave the Chiefs 12. The fraction and the margins in the NFL are so slim.
You're right.
If I go 11-6,
I gotta go. So
I'm a winner.